Some of you know them as Dill, some of you know them as Pan, some of you know them as the Kitten Twins. I made that one up. But most of you know them as Phan. Hey Buttes, Fanny Ann here, and today I'm so excited, as you can tell, because I can't talk. We are doing another fresh fan fiction video. I haven't done one of these in a really fucking long time, and I miss it. I miss chatting about SMUT with you guys. So today we're going to do a fan fiction. Phan, Dan and Phil. This time I'm kind of not going to do subtitles because, oh fucking hell, it takes forever. So if I have time, I'll put them in. I might just subtitle the important things that make me laugh or the things that make me gag. You can put subtitles on the video if you find it easier. Subtitles on YouTube don't work very well though, so they probably won't come out great. But we're going to read out fresh fan fiction. It's called Temptation by 500 Shades of Blue. This is the summary. Bet you wanted me to blow you, wanted me to ride you, wanted me to pull those panties down from over your pretty cock and take control while everyone watched. I bet you did. This is a note from the author. It says, "This is some smut I wrote by request for a friend. The prompt was, Phil in blue lace panties getting a blowjob from Power Bottom Dan. So I tried my best to fulfill the request. Hope you enjoy." I love that Dan's the Power Bottom. Oh, poor Dan. Short smut. Here we go. Phil feels himself hit the bed, as if in a fever dream, head thumping on the pillow as he looks at Dan with wide, guilty eyes. Although Dan's face is particularly obscured by shadow, Phil feels more than he sees Dan's half-lidded gaze trace over him with an unapologetic lust. Okay. Phil squirms at the feeling, propping himself up on his elbows. He sees Dan's eyes snap to his and stares back unsteadily, even though it feels as if he's breaking some sort of unspoken rule. Dan, Phil offers weakly, advertising his gaze from Dan's burning light of sight. Dan, I didn't mean to. Dan's hand on Phil's chest shocks him out of his tentative apology and back into the reality of the situation. Phil's eyes snap right back up to Dan's face, flushed, mouth open in a surprise oh. Oh, like, mouth open in a surprise oh. I love that they put the O there just in case you didn't know what a surprised look looks like. Phil shudders in a mixture of appreciation and desperation. "You know exactly what you were doing," Dan breathes out, and Phil responds with a frantic shaking of his head and a whimper. I'm excited. His eyes clenched shut with mingling satisfaction and guilt. He had gotten what he wanted after all, but is a bit more than he bargained for. "You don't regret it one fucking bit, do you?" Dan hisses into Phil's ear, and even as Phil shakes his head, no one could tell Dan's eyes are narrowing in disbelief. "Wearing it under your clothes without telling me. Dropping things on purpose just to bend over on national fucking radio, hoping the cameras weren't shooting from that angle. Panty shot. Waiting for me to see that fucking lace hem peeking over your jeans. Do you know what you were doing to me?" Dan grinds out. Phil nods with a groan. Finally giving in, letting out a shameful yes. It feels like a release, and Dan's smug smile that Phil can feel against his cheek floods him with a sense of shame and anticipation. As Dan sits back with a satisfied expression, hips slotting against Phil's, Phil gives a noise of confused protest, leaning towards him, but Dan reassures him with a half-lidded gaze. Phil lays back down as Dan lazily takes off his shirt, and Phil's eyes make rack over his bare chest with ill-disgusted want. Powerful imagery there. Just talking to get Phil hot and bothered. "I bet you were half-hard before you even walked in," Dan whispered throatily. "I bet you were half-hard before you even walked in." And Phil throws his head back with a strangled moan. Phil loves a moan. Phil loves a whine and a moan. He clenches his teeth together to prevent himself from begging Dan to do something. To do anything. As Dan's steam of filthy words runs into his ears and curls around his brain, shooting straight to his cock. Just in the ear, round the brain, down to the cock, done. "Bet you did it just to see me fall apart in front of all those people. Just to see what I would do, whether or not I would push you down on the floor right then and there and ride you while everyone watched." "Yeah, that's what you wanted, wasn't it? You wanted me to push you down, to show them all that you're not the innocent boy they all think you are. Not the little ray of sunshine that they see every time they watch a video. Bet you wanted me to blow you, wanted me to ride you, wanted me to pull those panties down from over your pretty cock and take control while everyone watched. That'd get some fucking views. Phil groans. Again. Reaching his hands up and threading his fingers through Dan's hair, it's starting to curl from the humidity, and Phil takes some measure of pride that Dan's so engaged in turning Phil on that he doesn't even notice his own hair curling. Because that's priority. At this point, Dan would usually be smoothing his hair down and fretting as Phil kisses him, but this is something different, something other, and the state of his hair doesn't even cross Dan's mind, not once. He's too busy whispering filthy things into Phil's ears, who shudders at every word and every promise. Phil tears off his shirt and throws it across the room so Dan can fall back onto him, colliding with each other like a spark hitting a house of straw. Ooh. Phil ignites. Full stop. One sentence. Powerful. I haven't reread this before, so it's kind of hard to get it. He feels Dan slide down his body, slow and molasses. Words halted in favour of kissing his way down Phil's chest. Just all the punctuation's in the wrong place there. Phil groans and clenches the sheets in his hand. Phil wants this like burning. But all he can do is wait to take what Dan decides to give him. Phil's breath puffs out in short gasps and his entire body feels hot, flushed with a particular sense of excited shame. Dan gazes darkly through his lashes at Phil's flushed face before his gaze flows back to the noticeable bulge in Phil's pants. Noticeable, eh? Well then. Phil's got a bit more packing than he seems. Phil feels Dan's long-fingered hands slide down his stomach and to his hip bones. Dan has a decidedly neutral look on his face, but the raw hunger in his eyes as he looks at Phil's clothed cock makes Phil shudder with anticipation. Getting into the thick of it, I'm just limbering up. Phil tilts his head back with a whimper. Why is he just always doing He's whimpering and groaning, he's not even saying anything. Phil tilts his head back with a whimper. Throwing an arm over his face to block his eyes while Dan unzips his pants and draws them down Phil's thighs. Rhyming. Revealing Phil's leaking... Why is it leaking? Like a faucet. Revealing Phil's leaking cock peering over the edge of the baby blue lane. Dan, Phil's voice is harsh from moaning. All that moaning has made his voice go. As Dan gives a tiny kitten lick to Phil's exposed cock end. Tiny kitten lick.
Yeah. I'm lying on my bed covered in honey.
His words melt into a high-pitched keen. He burrows his hands in Dan's hair with broken noise as Dan swirls his tongue around the tip, teasing him with tiny licks. Dan's fingers stroke the base of his cock as he gives a swap with the flat of his tongue over his head. Phil untangles his hands from Dan's hair and bites his fists, clenching his eyes shut and biting down as Dan delicately pulls the lacy blue pants down over his dick and sucks the entire length of Phil's cock into his mouth. Well, that escalated quickly, didn't it? Why is he wearing lacy blue pants? I don't... Phil throws his clenched fists onto the bed and moans aloud as he bucks desperately into Dan's mouth. Whoa. This isn't Buckaroo. Calm your shit down, Dan. Phil. Phan. Lacy blue of the panties stands out against Phil's reddened, heated skin, and Dan taps the bow and smiles before drawing up Phil's cock with a wet pop. Oh, God. With a wet pop. I can't do this anymore. My integrity is not... I just see the next line. Wrapped up like a present, Phil. Just for me, Dan whispers. Oh, sorry, Dan whispers. Wrapped up like a present, Phil. Just for me. Dimpling at Phil's flushed face and hazy eyes, he reaches his arm over Phil's hip to clench Phil's hand with his own. Lacing their hands together and stroking over the bite marks on Phil's knuckles, he grins at Phil and his hazy eyes before going down on him, taking him almost to the base. Back again, back for more, round 2. He opens his clenched eyes and looks down at his cock disappearing into Dan's mouth, going in and out of Dan's pink fucked out lips. What's a fucked out lip? I don't know what that even is. Who has fucked out lips? I'm gonna have to Google that shit. Only to look lower and realise that Dan's palming himself frantically as he sucks Phil off, stroking himself in time as he bobs on Phil's dick. Now I've done these before, so I'm completely dismissing that last sentence. Gross. I've done these before and they say palming quite a lot. I'm guessing it just means to like fap. But for some reason all I see is this. Rubbing your palm on something. Phil groans and closes his eyes again as Phil's cock twitches in Dan's mouth. Dan gives Phil a hint of a smile with his eyes before he hollows, smiling with eyes, smizing. That's a powerful thing, it's hard to do. Maybe Dan could be a model. Before he hollows his cheeks, sucking hard, and oh, Phil knows he can't take this much longer. Dan, Dan says nothing, but reassures him by sucking hard and continuing to bob up and down on Phil's cock. Phil clenches Dan's hand tight with one hand and buries the other in Dan's hair. Dan, I'm, Phil groans out Dan's name as he comes like a shot. Pew, pew, pew. Dan's swallowing it around him. He can feel the delicate muscles of Dan's throat working around his cock and lets out a silent keen before going silent. Lips parted, he shudders before going limp, settling onto the sheets and glancing down at Dan, still breathing hard. Dan pulls off Phil's dick. Dan pulls off Phil's dick. Is it not real? Is it like, is it felt grown on? What do you mean he pulls off his dick? Does it mean to... I'm very confused and traumatised. Pulls off. Oh, I thought you meant it just kind of like becomes unattached from his body. Kneeling over Phil's spent body and jerking himself fully and frantically now that Phil's taken care of, despite his boneless satisfaction, Phil reaches over and strokes languidly over Phil's dick, forming a fist and letting Dan thrust into his hand. Dan whimpers and thrusts desperately before coming all over Phil's stomach and lacy blue panties. Well, them panties are now ruined, aren't they? Dan thrusts his aftershocks into Phil's fist until he's spent and collapses onto Phil's chest with a grunt, wiping his cum sticky fingers on Dan's sweaty back. Fucking gross. Dan's just lying out of breath and feels like, ew, I'm just gonna wipe that on your back, if you don't mind. I know there's probably tissue in the bathroom, but your back is closer, so I'm just gonna wipe my fingers off your back. Cheers, great, brilliant. Phil, Dan persists. Phil, that's fucking gross. I just said that. Me and Dan have a connection, we know that's grim. But Phil reminds him that it's his cum after all. He shouldn't be complaining. And Dan reluctantly agrees. You're right, I should be complaining. Thank you for wiping my own cum on my own back. I appreciate that, Phil. I appreciate that. Dan tucks his head under Phil's and snuggles into him despite the heat and overwhelming smell of sex and sweat permeating the area. Gross. They're going to have to take a shower eventually, but for now, they just rest. That was mind-blowing, says Dan, words muffled against Phil's chest. But please warn me next time you decide to wear lacy panties during the radio show, yeah? Phil chuckles and lets out a cheerful, yeah, sure, at Dan. Grinning into the empty air, he feels Dan smile against his chest before they both drift into sleep. Oh, how romantic! After I do all of these, I feel like I can't carry on with the rest of my day. Yeah, that was fan fiction smart. Fresh fan fiction smart. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I certainly did. There's a lot of powerful moments in there. I'm gonna do one next time I do a fan fiction. I know what one I want to do. But I feel like I don't want to do it because I really like Jacksepticeye and Markiplier. I feel like if I did a Septiplier one, it would ruin everything for me. Thank you for coming and seeing me today and seeing another new fresh fan fiction. I really appreciate it. It's been a while since I've done these and I will definitely be doing more because I forgot how just fucking hilarious they are, and gross at the same time. But yeah, thank you for coming and seeing me today. I really appreciate it. Remember to push all those other little buttons at the bottom. Don't forget to subscribe. Remember to follow your dreams no matter how small they are. Even if your dream is to write fan fiction, go for it. And I'll see all of you beautiful people in the next one. Bye! Bye! I will never be able to look at Feel the Same and not picture him in blue lace panties. What has this fanfiction done to me?